Hello everyone and welcome to round 15 of this Formula 1 2010 Blundering series. Round 15 of 19 and we're from Singapore this time. It's the first night race of the season and it's from Yas Marina Bay Street Circuit, and I'm not very good at street circuits as we saw in Monaco. Those eagle eyes of you would probably see there wasn't a practice session. Well, my apologies, that was my fault because I clicked on the wrong button and it's a bit of a recording error. But if I was going to do an error like that, thank God it was a practice session and not any of the other sessions. I know what I've done wrong and I won't do it again, so slack wrist for me. But in practice I was all over the shop. I couldn't keep the car on the circuit, it was raining and I kept spinning off. I was well last in terms of times. At the end, in a drying circuit, I managed to put the 8th quickest time on the board. But I'm very worried about this race. If you've seen the rest of the championship here, you see in Catalonia and the Spanish Grand Prix, the cars are disproportionately quicker than me, and it's a bit like that now, although not quite as pronounced. This track is 5.073 kilometers long, or 3.15 miles. It's very easy to spin off, and one error and you're into the wall and it's the end of your race. But anyway, I currently lead the championship on 176 points. Hamilton second on 169, third Massa 167 for Ferrari, fourth Vettel also on 167, fifth Webber 161 and Alonso on 147. So as you can see, it's ridiculously close, much closer than the real 2010 season. This race, or the qualifying session at least, was got by Fernando Alonso in the real 2010 season, and he went on to win the race for Ferrari with the two Red Bulls second and third, which is Vettel and Webber. Now I am just setting up this car a little bit. We haven't got too much time in qualifying, so let's hope for the best. But in practice I really struggled. Qualifying is extremely important on a street circuit because it's really difficult to overtake. Let me correct that. It's very difficult to overtake cleanly. You can dive in and out, but you know, one car just has to nudge your back wheel and you're into the side and it's game over. If I don't qualify very well, I'm going to have to take a lot of risks. Oh dear. So we'll see. But it's good that I'm leading the championship by 7 points. So it's just damage limitation this, unless I pull off anything outstanding in qualifying. Now you'll see that there's a lot of corners on this. It's quite hard to learn and it's probably the first time I've gone round here apart from in practice. Yeah. Look at the margins of error. There isn't any. Right, here we go. Brake early into these corners. There's Hulkenberg in my way in the Williams. Can I get any position at all? Right, he let me pass, which made it a little bit easier. Come on. This is just the installation lap, trying to find the grip. In practice it was wet, so it was absolutely hopeless. Yas Marina night circuit. It does look rather cool, doesn't it, at night time? I wish I was a bit better here. Now you might think I'm going around quite quickly, but the other cars are lightning fast round here. Quite easy to get a flat tyre or damage your front wing. So the best place time to overtake is on lap 1 under braking with the car's concertina into these tight corners. It's all about trying to get a rhythm up, trying to hit these apexes, which I'm not great at. If you saw the Monaco Grand Prix much earlier on in the season, you can see that Ferris wheel there, quite nice. I did have an alarming crash and I wasn't competitive all weekend. As I say, round 15 of 19, there's only 4 rounds after this. I've got a funny feeling it's going to come right down to the last race. Hamilton quickest there. He hasn't scored for quite some time. Massa's on a charge at the moment. He's won 2 of the last 3 races. Most notably the last one at Monza in Italy, where I come second. Alonso's gone quickest. Hamilton's been knocked down. And Kubica for the Renault has gone third fastest. That's interesting. I wonder if it will stay there. Well done, Renault. Oh yeah, that's a surprise seeing them there, but we're still quite early on in the qualifying session. Well, I've got to concentrate here. I very rarely did a lap without writing off the car in practice. Let's just put a banker down. Petrov, the other Renault, currently 4th. My teammate is 3rd. But you know, it's hard to pick who's a favourite to win this championship at the moment. Could be any of them. Hamilton, massive Vettel, Webber, Alonso, outside chance. Although I have improved quite a lot in the last few races, I still consider myself an outsider because tracks like this I'm hopeless at. I seem to be better at the fast tracks where it's easy to set up the car. We have got a couple of those before the end of the season. Sao Paulo in Brazil and Abu Dhabi as well, which is the last race of the season. So I should be in good Vettel then, but as I say, I've only raced it once ever. Vettel's gone quickest from Red Bull. How far off am I going to be? It's quite a long lap. You really have to concentrate all the way round. It's not ideal for commentating on at the same time. Yeah, see, I got that bend mixed up with the final bend. It does look quite similar around here. So I haven't really learnt the track. Oh dear. It's not very forgiving. So this isn't going to be pole position, is it? With that off. But at least the car's still in one piece. And this is much better than I was doing in practice, believe it or not.
You've dropped down to the 6th row.
Right, that's last out of all the cars that have gone round so far, I presume. Hard to know how much you can cut these. On this track as well, I was finding some of the corners, if you put a wheel on it, those extremely slippery and span the car round. So maybe I should have made my ride height a bit higher here to take advantage of it. I've got a very low ride height for a street circuit. I think that's probably what I've done wrong. Hooray! Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Currently 15th behind De La Rosa, but I'm... Whoops! Yeah, see, this is going to be awkward. This is going to be very, very awkward. Can I get a decent lap put in? I don't know. Can I? Just keep driving round. Oof. Yeah, see, if that was in real life, that car would be out. But these ones are quite robust. I'm currently 19th. Great. Whoops.
Okay, you need to pit before you run out of fuel.
Yeah, you know.
Within 2 laps.
Yeah, dearie me. I'm finding this track very, very difficult. Very difficult. Am I going to get any points here? You know, I'm first in the championship, but a bad result could drop me back down to 5th. That's how close it is. Well, I think every driver's going to have a few bad races of the season. Oh, there's a car completely off there. I wonder who that is. Currently 21st. This ain't going to be quicker. It's 25 seconds slower. And I'm going to come in the pits here. Get the car refueled. Get some new tyres on and go out again. See, if I start from the back, I've got absolutely no chance at all of winning this. Or at least getting some points. Yeah. Points will be good. I'm a bit downbeat. Let's get some positivity on this. I'm going to do really well. Yeah, that's enough. Whoa. I meant to go in the pits there and I didn't.
You've fallen down the table. You're currently in 21st.
Okay, well, let's go. The pit entry is very tricky here as well. It's easy to go wide. But I'll do one lap, see if I can put something decent in. See if I can get above 21st place for a McLaren. Oh dear. Yas Marina. Sounds pretty cool. There we go. See, look, you cut the curbs. You cut the curbs and the car spins right round. Oh, someone's crashing at the back of me, I think. Who was that? I think it was Lewis. Oh dear, sorry Lewis. Look at that in the qualifying. I'm between Bruno Senna in the HRT and Buema in the Toro Rosso. I'm mucking about with Hamilton again here. We're slowing each other up. Oh my goodness, it's amateur hour. It is amateur hour. Let's forget about this race. Who decided to have this race on the calendar? We should have had Spa twice. Hopefully it comes together in the race somehow.
Your tyres and brakes.
Generally I improve a little bit from practice. Here, God dear, here I'm not improving at all. I need a cheat for extra sticky super tyres, I think. Let's just get around here without being killed. Street circuits. If this was IndyCars, we'll have a lot of street circuits. I think I'll be last in the championship. Let's edge round here. Maybe I need better brakes. I like to have an even balance. I like to keep the balance 50-50 if you're into setups. Expert drivers will probably muck about with these, but I haven't done one decent lap. Oh. As another chunk of my car goes flying off.
A fair bit of damage to your front wing. You might want to come in and get it repaired.
Yeah, I noticed. I've got no fuel either, hardly. It's flashing yellow, the fuel gauge. 21st. See what I mean? That pit is very hard to get into at speed. So the question in qualifying is, can I do one actual lap without going off? Hello, sorry, I'm embarrassed. This is my worst race so far. Come on, push me in. I need a stern talking to myself. This is certainly blundering. 3.15 miles this lap is of doom for me. Right, it's taken 3 minutes 54 to repair all that damage I done, which is quite good. I'm on option tyres and I'm 21st. And I've certainly worn those tyres down a chunk. Yeah, we've got a few sets of tyres. Maybe I'll... if you qualify outside the top 10, you don't have to start on the tyres you set your quickest time on. Look at that. Over 7 seconds a lap. But that's disproportionate because I haven't done a lap without crashing. We've only got 4.5 minutes left. Uh-oh. There may be trouble ahead. Yeah, big trouble. I don't know enough about setups. I'm being a bit generic here. But there is a lot of tight corners. Maybe I should have mucked about with the gear ratio to get some quicker acceleration. But what do I know? I'm just a blunderer. I'm leading the championship at the moment. Right, so if I time this right, it's going to be one flying lap and then one race lap. As long as you pass the finishing straight with at least a few seconds to go, you're allowed to finish the lap that you're on. Hurry up, but they'll only let you out if it's a safe release. I haven't even done it yet. Right, I've got the best tyres, just checking here. Yeah, 7.3 seconds. There's no chance of rain in the race. Right, let me out quickly, please. 3 minutes 20. Oh, get out of the way, Lewis Hamilton. Come on, let me out. 3:20 should be enough to get out. Oh, that bloke just jumped to the side for some reason. Let me out. Right, Williams just flashed past. Get in. It's either Barrichello or Hulkenberg. Right, so this is it now then. I've done no complete lap. I've just got one practice lap and one flying lap, and then I'm just stuck with it. I know. This is disaster. It'd be disastrous if I don't even do a proper lap. I'll only have myself to blame then. I don't know how I'm quicker than Bueme still. Perhaps his car's broken. I want to have a clear track. There's two cars in front of me. Al-Jasuari in the Toro Rosso, he's let me go past, and Massa in the Ferrari, who's currently the man to watch, I'd say. He's in a great bit of form. Brazilian Felipe Massa. In the real world, he's never won the World Championship. Could he do it in this blundering series? It's possible. As I say, he's won 2 races out the last 3. He's very consistent. I think the first race in Bahrain, which I won, he comes second, and I overtook him on the last lap, or at least 2 laps to go. That seems like a lifetime ago now. Right, there's 1 minute 52 left. Oh, I've done this so wrong. Let's blame the pit crew. Talk about putting pressure on yourself. Look, I'm behind De Grassi and just ahead of Jarno Trulli in the Lotus. De Grassi's in a Manor car or Virgin. Very, very tight. I hope you're looking at places you can overtake. Let me know if you see any. Normally you just sling your car to one side and hope that the car next to you gives you some space, because if they don't, well, you crash basically. Right, that was a clean installation lap. Pity I can't have that as my qualifying lap.
You seem to be losing a lot of time in sector 2.
Yeah, right, 154.2 I need to be quicker than. That's slow. Look for the splits. I need to be knocking massive bits off.
1 minute remaining. Just 1 minute.
I mean, I need to go around about 5 seconds quicker. I don't know if that's doable. That's quite tight. Oh, that's a sweeping bend. I went right tight in there. Lost time. I'm not going to get around in 50 seconds, so this is the lap and there's a car ahead of me. Who the blimey hell was that? Glock. Right, I've had to take a bit of a risk round there. And I'm 3/10. Yeah, thanks, Glock. That's it. Glock's messed up my lap. That is the worst qualifying ever. Oh no. See, you know, I wouldn't have been the fastest, but I would have been in the middle of the pack, I think. Now I've got to start roughly from the back. Jeepers. Creepers. Oh dear, I don't know what to say to you. It gets worse. Oh dear. Let's pretend this race doesn't exist. Yas Marina. Curse you. Curse you, Singapore, and your Singapore ways. Maybe I'm drunk. What was it? There's a black zero there. Normally that means a car's broken. Timo Glock. That means the session's expired, I think. He's not on a quick lap. I'm going to be 20... Oh, Barrichello's going round. 23rd. I'm right at the back. Yeah. I'm going to have to be an absolute hero on the first lap in the race. So if I don't get any points, which is likely, just see what I do on the first couple of laps, because it's probably going to end up in a crash as I dive in and out everywhere. Well, I was going to say, I hope Lewis don't get any points, but at the moment there's 4 drivers that can win there.
23rd on the grid tomorrow.
23rd! Surely he didn't do a time. Oh my word. Yeah, look at that. 4 main rivals there in 1st to 4th. Oh well. Sorry the practice didn't go up, but I've explained that. Hope you like watching qualifying from Singapore. I did absolutely disastrous. The races lap 1 or 2 is going to be exciting anyway. So join me for that tomorrow. And until then, take good care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.